G'day nuclear enthusiasts, and welcome back to episode 11 and a brand new week where we're going to get stuck into as many of these repairs as we possibly can, with the main goal of not shutting down. So I think there also may be a slight bug with the 20x repairs to be done within the plant itself, as I've already achieved it upon loading this save in just recently. So there it is, just there. It's already done. It's on my Steam profile, completed that we've done it. Next of all is the train escape, the meltdown obviously beforehand, and the revert meltdown as well, which I think I may have a workaround. Let me know if that should be later this week or maybe the theme of next week, as I really want to get stuck into those repairs as I said before. So that means our transformer took a massive hit last week, and that's on some serious pain at the moment. So there's the transformer at like 52.5% wear. Our resistor bank, the only one we have, is at about 25% wear. The pressurizer, another thing I'd love to get done, which I might be able to try and get done now. Yep, it just kicked on, so I should be able to shut that down nice and quick and get that pressurizer done ASAP. So 23 plus 37, I think that's 2 o'clock roughly, so that works out rather well. So that should be perfectly fine while that gets fixed in the background. And I want to avoid any screen that shows up for the time skip, as I want the ability to control and view all of this instead of just waiting at a screen the whole time, which I hopefully think they would have fixed at that same time. The only thing that is really working a-okay is our condenser, and that's at like 78 degrees at the moment, so not too bad. Yeah, so we've got 2 loops online. As of the last week, we brought up loop 2, and I plan to maybe shut down loop 3 at some point in the near future, as well as having a sneak preview of the new testing area being experimental in the world of nuclearies that I showed in episode 10. Make sure you go and check that out. We're at 994 and we're slightly going up. Oh no, we're going down. We should be at least. I want to try and bring that down maybe a little bit more, and let's get 55. I know I shouldn't be playing with it too much, but as you know, our xenon creativity at the moment is rather high. I want to try and get more reactivity a little bit to try and nip that in the butt if I can. At the same time, the iodine isn't too bad, but there is quite a bit in our reactor helping that temperature go higher than normal. And the xenon isn't exactly too bad. So we've got 40 on the iodine at the moment and about 23 on the xenon. So that shouldn't be too bad. We've got a good stable power output, not burning too much. Definitely got more than enough for our transformer, which I also do plan to repair. Hopefully during, if we go into our service compliance over the next one, probably 0400 hours, so 4 o'clock in the morning, a few hours from now, I'll try and shut down one of those transformers around here and fix it. And then around maybe the 0600 of a higher power output, I'll try and do the resistor bank itself, where we wouldn't be needing it as much, if that makes sense. So we've got another 22 minutes or so. I might speed up the time just a smidge. We're at 9.9 still. That's okay. We want it to be 360, and as the temperature drops, the reactivity will increase. Nice and stable over here. O3 is about 30 or 40 points higher than O2, which is perfectly fine by me. I'd rather the OCD being satisfied right here than up here, to be honest. It's just my preference. We've got a nice 80 degrees. We'll try and get the boric filter pump also kind of fixed as well, but overall we only have 32% charge in AO's battery, so we might want to add some more stuff to be bought maybe. Let's get some more repairing pliers. We don't need that. We don't need internal. We've got a spare one. We'll get another Assistant battery. No, I think we should be okay in that department. Fuses, we got so much. Boric acid and the sodium hydroxide refill. Boric acid and the sodium hydroxide. I think we should be fine just there. Activity's coming down. AO should still be doing that. Yep, the tick is still there, so he's still going on through. Efficiency at about 12.4-ish% on a factor of 23 on our fuel. As I think this would be how much fuel you've used, and we've got 96.13% fuel remaining. So whatever it is works out, and that's the integrity of our boron control rods themselves. So hopefully AO should be done just about now-ish. 2381. We'll definitely need to bring these up a bit. Actually, I can link them together. Unlink them just for now. So I can go like that, and then I'll link as well as that one there in case we ever need it in the future. Pretty stable on both. Drop it down a bit because we're expecting it to drop down. And I want to go and get that transformer done at 0400 hours. So the next repair, which it's now done, I'll slow the time down very quickly. What do we want? The chemical waste, 30 minutes. We can get that done after. I want to get the more important stuff done. The resistor will have to wait. It's just the transformer itself. And yeah, maybe the core and control rods. So yeah, just the transformer, at least for now, we're looking at in the next couple hours. So we're at 8,000 at the moment, and we're expecting to drop much more next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run downstairs, disconnect the transformer from the grid itself and from everything else. And I'll get AO to fix that right meow. I think might be a good time. And then we'll try and get the resistor done at a higher demand peak, where we wouldn't hopefully be deriving so much, as I said. So come on over here. We want to shut down 01. I'm pretty sure it would be. We'll be able to see visually in just a second. There it goes. Awesome sauce. We want the transformer, that one there, to be fixed. It'll take an hour from 2:16, so 3:18 or 3:19. That should be done, and I might speed up the time just a little bit as I'll run upstairs. There goes AO to go and fix it with his overpowered skin for completing all 3 scenarios. Just quickly run upstairs, make sure we're not burning out our resistors, or if there's anything else we might need to do. I might want to check my condenser very quickly because we're dumping about another 10% from our bypasses into it, but I think it should be a-okay. It's somewhat stabilized at about 81.5 degrees. That should be a-okay. We're coming on down. Reactivity 9.92. 1649. As we can see, we do have it installed as it's lit, but it's not green, so it's not connected. So we're waiting for just a little bit longer, and I'm more comfortable bringing it up to 3 times speed there. So we've got like the multi-camera function added recently, so you can see all 4 cameras on the screen, but I won't get into it too much just yet, as I want to get this done nice and quick. Got like a perfect time for it now, as we're expecting it to drop, as I said, much more in the next couple hours, and then right back up. And then around 0600 is when I think I'll get that resistor done, I think. How long will that resistor bank take itself? So 30 minutes. That's not too bad, actually. We should be able to get... This is C1 and C2. So that would be loop 3 when we do plan to shut that down, or bring loop 2 up, then shut down loop 3, hopefully before the end of the week, and get the whole entirety of loop 3, the old one, repaired and back up spanking new again. I think that would be a good plan to get going. We're just waiting a little bit longer, another 20 minutes or so. Let's see if we can bring this down. 10:05. Nope, just a little bit less. Oh, fluctuating just a little bit. That's okay. 10.01 or 10 even. I'm very happy with that. AO should still be going. Yep, the tick's still there. Shouldn't be done until 3:18, 3:19-ish. We are definitely doing a bit too much. I don't want to bring that down too much, otherwise it might play with a few things. I'd rather just bring these both up by an extra 10% overall. And then we can do the same thing again soon. And while I've done that, I'll bring this up by an extra 1%. Yeah, there we go. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, so that's kind of stabilizing there, not burning so much now. AO should have finished that task. Excellent. I'm going to slow the time down just for a second. The next one will just be those or that resistor bank itself. So I'm pretty sure we can go down there and click on that transformer very quickly so we know that's done and out of the way. And in the next hour, no, the hour or two after that. So let's see if we can speed that time right back up again, as we need to go to about 6 o'clock in the morning to get that next repair done. Just doing the crab walk. It just walks a lot faster. AO is still standing there. It might be an idea to get him to the charger, as he's on 28% charge. And we didn't buy that extra battery as of yet, even though the order hasn't been placed and hasn't gone through just yet. So there we go. Excellent. So now we're back up to 17,000 kilowatts of power we can output to the grid before damaging those transformers, which have a lot more wear in them and integrity than I originally expected, to be honest. To like what we did to it, like damaging for money episode end of last week, and only ended up with like 53% wear on it. So it's really not too bad, to be honest. Waiting for another hour. So it'll drop down massively again. Let's see if we can try and nip that in the butt just a little bit more. Go, another 14.5 grand. Not sure why that went off. We shouldn't be exceeding anything too much. It might have just flashed for a second. Okay, good. We are going good. We are definitely deriving a lot over there. So let's just open those up just a little bit more. 82. Get that up by maybe one more. Just want to be safe than sorry. 998. As we should have a bit more xenon in the reactor. Yep. It is rather high in creativity at the moment. That should die down just a bit as we bring it up above 10. But there's still quite a bit in the reactor itself. And the iodine has dropped down just a little bit, but it's not really creating a lot at the present moment. Or at least it should be in real life. 6% creativity, 0.3% creativity, roughly. Well, 6.3 and 0.3. 28. Should come up rather soon. I know my efficiency factor over here would definitely be quite terrible. Yeah, about 9.3%. Factor of 23. We are burning it off rather excessively with our bypass valve, so we're wasting a lot of that heat. Yep, we're okay here. Just want to try and fight it just a little bit. Try and get that perfect temperature. Wonder how fast. Oh, AO charges extremely quickly. That's very good to know. I don't have to worry about his charge anymore. At least for the rest of the week. That'd be absolutely fantastic. 450, 10 more minutes. 52. Try and get all of that waste and things like that done in the next episode, I think. As we want to try and avoid doing a shutdown as much as we can, just to prove a point. And then I think when it goes back to normal and the boredom, I will definitely do a shutdown, whether we need to or not, just for the fact to kind of keep the season going itself is my overall kind of plan, I think. There we go, 508. We are wanting more power. Just waiting for another hour. Didn't really come up that much, so let's just go there instead. And if I can get this right, it could actually work out well, as it will only take 30 minutes. It's going to cost us 50,000, like 500 almost, but it's going to be worth it at the end. If I slow that time down, 40. Wait for that to come down just a little bit, or at least start to. If I can turn... Oh, I'm just thinking. I got 2 more minutes to think about it. 53, 43. Actually, I'll go 44. I'm going to turn that off and that off just in case. I'm going to get him to fix that right now. Oh, I need to turn him on. Oh, yeah. And then I need to get him to do that. Operator, I'm going to start with the... All right, so now we just got to try and manage it by eye. And I think we need to open this up just a little bit, as 98 is perfectly fine. It needs to be at least above 90%, as shown in our objectives. So we've got, as we clicked over the midnight, without interruptions for 6 hours between 1 and 7. So we've got another hour and a half on this before getting like 13,000 points. That's a-okay. And yeah, we've already started making more, and we do technically have 2 failed objectives overall. So we aren't going exactly too bad in that department. Oh, 44. See if I can speed the time up a little bit. And the next hour, it is going to go up severely, which should be fine. We should be able to fluctuate it accordingly. Yeah, in my head, that makes sense. Yep. So I'm happy to kind of skip up that time. But hopefully by then, our resistor will be fixed, as I did do it just at the 5:30 mark, and it does take 30 minutes to do. So it's going to be a pretty profitable, somewhat episode at the end of it. We'll have the transformer done and the resistor, so we can get on to doing, maybe even try the core and the control rods at the same time, if they allow it through AO, which I think they did do, or he did do. Allow it. Got a bit more of the xenon in there, so it's kind of killing our reactor slightly, but that's fine. It is extremely high in its creativity. I'm not really liking that number too much. 77. So right now, where are we at? I just got to wait for this to tick over. That's why I did it. 11,000. So let's just crank all of this completely down. And hopefully it should be done really soon. And we can get that going. So we'll do that. Maintenance tasks have been completed successfully. Excellent. Good, so now we can get that cranking back on, even though we're not deriving anything just yet. We're starting to bring it up. 100%, and they're still coming down, so we're still able to bring that power up ever more gently. Oh, I needed to turn the pressurizer back on, as we also got that fixed as well at the start of the episode. I did forget that, but luckily I just remembered. So that should come back up, and we should be nice and safe. No steam was created. Absolutely perfect. Just nipped it in the butt. That's probably why the reactivity was kind of fluctuating a little bit. But we should be a-okay for now. And that is the end of the episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. And stay sharp till next time as always. And make sure you give us a big shout out for the new member on the channel that allows you to watch all of these episodes when I upload 5 of them on Friday each week. So I upload 5 of these episodes at midnight Monday through to Friday midnight mornings in Aussie times. So AEST, I think that is, whatever it may be. Till next time, guys, stay sharp. Again, see ya.